Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization V Brave New World as the modded in Changeling Empire. Now I've adjusted settings a little bit since we were last in, changed a couple of volume settings, and most importantly changed the graphics a bit so we won't have these black bars on the side as they were in the last episode. With that out of the way, we don't have too much other than getting right into the game. We still got 3 turns left on Stonehenge. I think we'll be able to complete it. Aglosada's got 7 turns to the shrine. Imaday's still got 10 turns on it, but then again, Aglosada already has 1 mine and is almost done finishing the second one, and Imaday doesn't have any. Looks like it's trying to expand to get the wheat, and I guess I could let it, but I was originally wanting whatever city was going to go here to expand and get that. But I suppose the deer and the cows will work just as well. Either way, we're not in the best of positions right now, partly because since I've expanded so quickly, we're at a bit of a happiness deficit. I could send this worker once they finish with this gold mine down here to this marble at Petrogopolis. 1, that would improve our production, and 2, that would give us 4 extra happiness, which we do kind of need. It also gives us 2 gold, which would get us out of the negative, so I think that's our next goal once they finish with this gold mine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel this gold mine because it's not really going to do anything for us, and just go ahead and send them straight down to the marble. Let's get right into it. I'll get down there. Oh, and looks like I didn't notice this last game. Next to this ruin is another city-state. That's gonna be nice. Alright, you don't know how to embark it. So you will go here so you can get that. Why do neither of them have embarkation? I could have sworn I've already researched it. Oh. Well, I'm stupid. It requires optics. I still don't know how to swim. Wonderful. Alright, once we finish masonry, we're gonna go straight for optics because we need to know how to travel across the seas. We really do. It really is a tech we should have prioritized last time. But we should be alright.
Time crumbles things. Everything grows old and is forgotten under the power of time.
And we get Stonehenge, plus 5 faith and 1 point towards a great engineer. Now, interesting fact, they actually found out recently that the Stonehenge structure is actually far bigger than they originally thought. It's not just the little stone circle that everyone knows, but there's a whole complex surrounding the entire thing. I don't quite remember exactly how big it was, but it's even more impressive than originally thought. It's just most of it's sort of disappeared. And now that we've got a wonder, we're actually pretty good in terms of score for the time being. See, we've got a score of 128, and so they still have oh, it's probably that boat that's doing it. But next turn we'll have completed that second quest for Colombo, and that should make them ally with us, and hopefully that'll give us a bit more money income. Because we're going to drop down below happiness as well come 3 turns from both our cities growing. We're going to have to try and correct that soon. And there we go. We are now allies with Colombo. And we can get a new policy. Alright. Now, on the one hand, getting citizenship would increase tile improvement rates by 25%, and we get a free worker. However, we're already at -2 income at the moment. And as I said, other than maybe the gold by Inmade and Aglosada, we really don't have too many sources of income at the moment. Let's see, if we switch to a gold focus, we come average income at this point. We might have to switch this to a gold focus as well. Oh wow, that actually makes it faster. Puts it into stagnation, but I'm fine with that for the time being. And now we're actually making money. So now we can get this second worker. And that only drops us down by 1. We could go ahead and start getting these bananas, but I want to start improving Inmade's stuff. And now that we have multiple cities, we also need to start working on the wheel. So once we finish with optics, we're going to get the wheel. Hopefully during this part J, we'll begin exploring this world and figure out who we're going to be competing against. Oh yeah, we don't have masonry yet. 3 more turns, so you are going to sleep. You're going to go into alert status, and you will reach there next turn. And once we get roads between these 3 cities, we will be quite golden. Almost literally. Alright, Aglosada has completed its shrine. Workboat. Cargo ship. Ooh, the workboat will actually be able to discover this city-state over here for us real quick. So workboat it is. That'll be necessary. And then I'm going to add to this. And we need to actually work that stone before we can get there. We don't have any wheat, bananas, or deer, but it would give us 2 food, but we're not trying to focus too much on growth at the moment. If only because we're really low on happiness and we're not making much in the way of money. And someone else has already entered the classical era. And we can get a pantheon. I was hoping we'd be able to get this. Now let's see exactly what we can work. +1 culture from shrines. Well, tundra is pointless for us because we're in the middle of a desert. Copper, iron, and salt. Not really. God of Craftsman's always a good one. God of the Sea, production from fishing boats. That'd actually be really worthwhile to get, because since this is an entire ocean map, any of our cities that have fishing boats in their harbor will get better production and faster building of everything, and that's actually really good. Let's see, what else do we got? Goddess of Love, that really won't kick in until much later, but that will be something that could be used for benefit to us. +15% production for ancient classical wonders with Monument to the Gods. That could be quite useful. There's about 1 more wonder that I would love to get. We'll have to see that, save that one for later. Oral tradition, culture from plantations. We don't really have much sources of that, so that doesn't really matter. Religious idols. Now this one could work for us. +1 culture and +1 faith for each gold and silver. We've got 2 gold here, another 2 gold here, gold here and gold here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's +6 culture and +6 faith, just from, or +5 at the very least, from just these 3 cities with this faith. So that one could actually be really good. Religious settlements could be beneficial. +1 happiness from cities on rivers. That would only really affect Petrogopolis and not really worth it. Tears of the Gods, +1 faith, 3 gems and pearls. We have neither of those. So I think our best bets are either Monument to the Gods or Religious Idols. God of the Sea, Monument to the Gods, or Religious Idols. Those are the 3, or even God of Craftsmen. Those are the 4 pantheons that would work best for us right now. So the question becomes, do I want to get more culture and faith, better overall production, or more production for ancient classical wonders? See, the God of Craftsmen doesn't really kick in until we've got +3 population, and so only Petrogopolis would be getting that benefit. However, God of the Sea, Aglosata, and Inmade would both be getting benefits from that. And Monument of the Gods, it stops being useful after a certain point, whereas the God of Craftsmen, God of the Sea, and Religious Idols will keep being useful well into later stages of the game. I think I'm going to go for God of the Sea, one, because all I need is fishing boats in order for it to become useful, and 2, just having better production in any, and since this is a whole island-based map, this would be really helpful for all of our coastal-based cities. So I'm going God of the Sea. Aglosata wants wine. And we'll be getting masonry next turn.
How happy are those whose walls already rise?
Alright, now start building me a rock farm. Oh, you need a workboat so you can get that additional production bonus. We are not doing well in terms of money right now. See, Petrogopolis. Got the palace and Stonehenge, always nice. You are going to go gold focus, and that'll give us +3 gold for the time being. We don't really need a shrine at Petrogopolis because we've already got Stonehenge there. And that only gives us +1 more faith. Let's see, mausoleum, 100 gold each time a great person is expended. Each source of marble and stone. Well, we've only got 1 source of marble, and that would give us +2 gold. The pyramids, however, requires liberty, tile improvement, construction speed increased by 25%, and 2 workers appearing in the city. I think I'm going to go for the mausoleum once the granary finishes, because we've got the marble, and I don't want too many workers right now, just so I don't start going really into the red. Incense from Colombo. And now we're starting to get happy. Now we wait to see what big benefits we'll be getting next. We will need to start working that iron soon. At least we are making some money. Maybe not much, but we are making some. And now we enter the waiting period for Civ V games, especially on Civ V standard games. And they finished that gold mine. That's good. I'll go ahead and get that sheep for Inmade. I'll have to go back and finish that gold once we get this iron. We're working on getting to the classical era. We'll be there in 8 turns. We really need to start growing these other 2 cities. Ooh, that dropped it down to 10 from like 20 something turns. This is going to be nice. We're going to have another wonder finish soon. And because of that marble, we're going to be getting some extra gold. We're going to need that iron. And we got our fishing boat. Let's go ahead and discover Mogadishu. They haven't met anyone else but us. We get 30 gold from them. They are maritime neutral, and all they have is incense. So, nothing too big. And fishing boat. Alright, we need a trireme. And then after that, we're going to need a cargo ship. So we've got 2 trade routes we can get. We are also going to get a cargo ship next. And unfortunately, they don't have any quests, but they haven't met anybody else yet. So I don't think there's too many other civs near us, so that'll be towards our benefit. Alright, start working that iron. Now let's see, if I change to a production focus, how many fewer turns till we get the mausoleum? Not much, and that only draws us into the negative in terms of gold, so I'm not going to do that. Petrogopolis is going to have such high production. It's going to be awesome. Fishing boat. Additional production. Drops it from 17 turns to... Didn't really seem to change its production value as much. It's still going to take forever. And neither Aglosada or Inmade are growing at all. It might not be a bad idea just to throw in a granary for both of them, just so we can start getting some additional food income, because neither of these cities are growing at all. Now that we've got a really good happiness boost, we can let them start growing again. Two more turns, and then we can actually start exploring once again. You get back there and continue working on that mine. Is Inmade still not making any food?
He made an instrument to know if the moon shine at full or no. The king's might is greater than human, and his arm is very long.
Alright, we have entered the classical era, and now that we know how to swim, we can actually get these 2 ruins with our warriors. It's about time, too. In 3 turns, we'll get the mausoleum. As long as nobody else snipes it from us. Working on archery as well. Worker, go ahead and get those bananas. They've been waiting for a while. I think everyone's in the classical era now. Trireme, set to auto explore. Work on that plantation, would ya? Aglasada is really going to have some decent production as well. It's already got 2 mines and another set of stone.
The whole earth is the tomb of heroic men, and their story is not given only on stone over their clay, but abides everywhere, without visible symbol, woven into the stuff of other men's lives.
Alright, we got the Mausoleum of Holocarnassus. And, ooh, we got a bunch of stuff we can throw down now. Ooh, we could go ahead and try to get the Great Lighthouse. We'll get that thing in 12 freaking turns. All military and naval units receive +1 movement and +1 sight. Provides a free lighthouse in the city which is built. And the lighthouse gives us +1 food from coast and ocean tiles, +1 production from sea resources worked by the city. Unfortunately, Petrogopolis isn't going to get any sort of production bonuses because there's no sea resources nearby. We don't even have any fish. Might as well go ahead and try to get the Great Lighthouse as well. We're just going all out on wonders. Okay, what did this ruin give us? 60 faith. Let's see. We need 200 in order to get a great profit. Oh, there's cotton here. Cotton, additional happiness, more gold. So yeah, this whole sector would be perfect for another city. So you are going to go straight into a settler. Let's see. No, not reducing it too much. No, we could do that and we'll still be getting +2 gold, so we're going with that. Mogadishu seeks investors. Yeah, well, we can't really do much for that at the moment. And there's a bit of an island over there, but really not all that much. Unfortunately, we can't even get the smallest get to 250 gold because we only have 89 at the moment. Now, culture. Representation. Each city you found will increase the culture cost of policies by 33% less. Start a golden age and get a whole bunch more income. In meritocracy, +1 happiness for each city you own a road to, trade route, whatever the heck that is, and -5 unhappiness from citizens in non-occupied cities. Both of these are good. This one will probably be better used for later because we don't even have any roads connecting our cities at the moment anyway. So we're going to go for representation, just so we can get the golden age now and see what kind of income we're going to get. We're only 1 policy away from completing Liberty Tree. And unfortunately, it didn't really give us nearly as much as I would have liked. We only got like +1. I would prefer a scout, but... And there's another island over there. And that'll be fine. I really don't mind if we not get the Great Lighthouse. Most literate people. There's 3 civs that have more text than us. And only 1 has 2 more than we do.
The haft of the arrow had been feathered with one of the eagle's own plumes. We often give our enemies the means of our own destruction.
I think we're still doing pretty well in terms of technological development at this time. I'll have to... In the early game, it's not as important. I mean, sure, it could play a huge part later on, but for the time being, it's not a huge race. Oh, we just met our first Civ. Meet Princess Luna of the new Lunar Republic. And no, I'm not going to read her royal caps lock in her actual royal caps lock voice. So let's trade. Oh, she does not know how to write yet. I can give her my embassy, but I can't get an embassy from her. Because she doesn't know how to write yet. Interesting. That's okay. I wasn't going for the Temple of Artemis anyway. Alright, let's see. Oh. A lunar warrior. And that's where she's over to the east, it looks like, somewhere. What is her score compared to mine? Not much different. They want me to discover a natural wonder now. That could be possible, but I have no idea where they've spawned. So it would be mostly up to luck at the moment. A bit additional production, not by much. Glosata. Alright, next turn. I'm not going to do that now, because once she does figure out how to write, then I'm going to have to give her something in return. So I'm just going to wait for her to figure out how to write. And then do the embassy. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we got down to 4 happiness. And nothing there. Random Isle of Sheep. That's just rather pointless, isn't it? More islands down there. Ooh, whales and fish down the bottom. Next turn. I think the gold mine's finished, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, we've met Sydney. And Luna's the ally of Sydney. Yep, we have indeed finished that gold mine. So you are going to work on the rock farm, and we're going to add... You know, we can't do it just yet, but we will soon. Sydney, okay, here's Sydney. Are they doing any quests? And just gifts of gold. Let's see, how much is it to buy a settler? 500. Yeah, we're not going to get it during this golden age. We may be in a bit of a trouble once this golden age ends, but we've got 2 trade ships coming, so our gold income should go back up by then. See, we got 4 more turns till we get the Great Library. Or not Great Library, Great Lighthouse. And having that additional military naval movement is really going to help, especially considering Princess Luna gets that bonus naturally as part of her Civ bonus. And lots of these little islands that just have nothing on them. And we are really going to have to try to get a city down here really fast, because Colombo is going to expand and get that cotton, and then we're not going to be able to do anything with that island. We could still try and do something, but it's going to be a lot trickier. 4 more turns, the lighthouse will be complete, and then 5 more turns for a settler. And we got a great profit. Another islands that just do absolutely nothing. Alright, we can found a religion now. Alright, let's see. Since we're bugs, what kind of There isn't really anything that really fits for an insect, but we're the first civ to found a religion. That'll give us a bit of a points advantage. And just so y'all know, I do not have the time victory enabled, so while score doesn't really matter nearly as much, it's still a good way to measure your strength with another civs at a glance. I think I'm going to go with the Confucianism symbol. And since I'm uncreative, I'm just going to leave the name the same, because honestly, I don't really have any ideas for a name for whatever changelings would worship right now. Maybe in another game. Alright, let's see. Ceremonial burial. +1 global happiness for every 2 cities following this religion. That could be beneficial. +2 gold for every city. Also good. Initiation rites. Interfaith dialogue. Papal primacy. +15% influence resting point with city-states following this religion. That could be useful. But since we get additional spies, we could just flip them that way and not have to worry about the +15 influence resting point. Peace loving, followers of +1 global happiness for every 8 followers. Yeah, that's very specific. Tithe, +1 gold for every 4 followers. World Church, +1 culture for every 5 followers of the religion, and other civs. I think I'm going to go with church property because I want to get some real money income going. Shrines provide +1 happiness in cities with 3 followers. Cathedrals, guruship. And peace gardens. I think I'm going to go with pagodas. Gives +2 faith, +2 culture, and +2 happiness. And we went up to +6 gold per turn with that. And we are the first civ to found a religion. And that jumped us up into the 200s, leaving Luna way behind in the dust. Luna, what are you doing with your soldiers over here? No, really, what are you doing? You know you can't enter my borders. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Alright, I'm going to start connecting my cities together. So we've got... Oh, next turn. So do nothing. And next turn we'll be getting a cargo ship. Oh, there's a source of iron over here. Wonder what's over here. I think this will be the last turn for tonight. We'll set up our first trade route. See if we can figure out what that iron leads to.
Wisdom and virtue are like the 2 wheels of a cart.
And now that... Oh, we've met and we figured out how to use the wheel. Looks like there's nothing much to the east. Alright, begin route construction. First, go to Aglosada. And we get our first trade route. Alright, let's see. We've only got 2, Colombo and Mogadishu. So go to Colombo. Give us some more gold income. Thank you. Open technology tree. And we want... Oh, we don't know how to write. Not Luna. Oops. Here I was insulting Luna, and it was in turn us who didn't know how to write. And here's all the way down here. Not allied with anyone yet, but they don't really have any quests for us at the moment. So with that accomplished, I think we're going to end it for tonight. Until next time, this is Digi, signing out.